Ladies and gents, you can pause the chat if you scroll up. Says Tesh. No, you can't. Thanks for your input. Right, this story is guy lies about a qualification for a job interview. Let the story commence. User saying, yeah, you can scroll up and then click the chat. Alright then. Oh my god, you're right! I owe you an apology, you're absolutely right. I could have done that, I could have done it ages ago. You scroll up and then you click the chat. Oh dearie me, I'm so stupid. I do apologise, thank you very much. Right, this story is, guy lies about a qualification for a job interview. Let the story commence. So there's a guy, he's been desperate for a job, sending out CVs, fuck all back. Not even getting a wee email back to say, we've got your CV. For all he knows, they're just going straight into fucking spam. For all he knows, they're going straight into nothing back. Nothing at all. So he's like, well, if nobody's replying, maybe I should just ramp up, put a few wee lies in there, just to get fucking in the door, just to get out the bastard fucking house. He's put a few embellishments in there. Instead of working there for 6 months, he worked there for 2 years. Instead of having this qualification, he had one that it takes another 2 years to get. Stuff like that. He had a mate who got this kind of job doing that. He put in his qualification, all these wee bits and pieces. He added a company in there that he didn't even work for. Fuck it. Nobody's even getting back to me, so who cares? Do you know what I mean? I don't owe anybody the truth, is what he's thinking. Don't give a fuck, man. So he gets in the job. He gets into this job interview. Gets back, oh, I really like it. Do you want to come in for an interview? He's like, fuck. He's like, aye, okay. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going to wing it, bullshit it, see what happens. So he gets in there. He gets into the job. The job is bricklayer. It's bricklayer. Bricklaying. Simple as that. It used to be in the old days, just walk right up to the building site, go, any work? And you get the work. That's it. But change days. You actually have to apply. It's not just doing that, you know, he's meant to work in lorries and all that, you know, a bit of demolishing and all that, you know, just the whole fucking thing. You know, whole all-rounder. He just went, you know, he went for it, right? It's a wee bit complicated, a wee bit hard to understand, but just went for it. The main thing is the bricklaying though. Bricklaying. Not just any kind of brick. These are special sort of bricks. You see, the thing is, this was actually back in medieval days. It's actually back when they built castles. This is a fantasy story. Wish me luck. So he goes in and he's thinking it's just going to be one of the kind of lesser cunts in the castle. The interview's actually in an existing castle. They're going to build a new castle down the road for it. He was hoping it would just be, you know, one of the kind of squires, one of the serfs. You know who did the fucking interview? The king. The king got a buzz out of doing interviews himself. Didn't want to just keep in touch with the common man. He was just bored. King was bored. So he goes in. Who's fucking standing next to him? A jester. This one wasn't jingle. So Craig walks up like that. Oh Oh, I've come for the interview.
Yes, take a seat.
There's no seat. There's no seat. Craig's like,
Well, I'll take a seat. Sit down, take a seat.
he's like, and the Jester's like in the king's ear. And the king's like, and the Jester's like, the king's like that. Craig's like that. There isn't a seat. There isn't a seat. The king goes like,
What? What did you say? There's a seat right there. Right there before you.
Craig's like that. The Jester's like, Craig's like, fucking hell, man. So, the Jester walks down for where the king is and puts his horn on an imaginary fucking seat and pulls it back. And he goes like that to Craig. On you go. On you go, you can sit here. Sit here on the seat. You can't see the seat, Your Highness.
How can you lay bricks if you can't even see a seat, boy?
Craig's like, fucking hell, man, what is this? Craig goes to sit on the seat. The seat that isn't fucking there. Goes to sit down. And the Jester pulls away the seat that isn't even fucking there anyway. Craig falls in his arse. The king's like,
I have a good joke.
the Jester's like, and as the Jester walks back to the king, he kind of stones on Craig's horn. Craig's like, fucking hell, man.
What did you say? Did you swear at me, boy?
No, he stood me.
That's my Jester. You do not address me, see?
Sorry. The Jester. Nothing, everything's fine. So Craig's sitting in his arse on the ground, and the king goes,
I want you to build me a castle. I looked at your qualifications on your CV, and you look like you'll be perfect for the job. Do you excuse my little jokes and testing? Just testing to see if you're the right disposition to work here. I do have a good joke. Do you? Well, boy.
Craig's like that. Yeah. What was it? Sorry, what was the I love a good joke. I love a good joke.
Well, get started then.
Get started on the job.
Yes, that's what we're here for. Build, my boy. Build.
So Craig walks out the castle, right? As he's walking out, right? He's walking towards the castle, he's waiting for the king to go like,
Where do you think you're going, boy? That's the wrong way.
He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on, man. But he's thinking to himself, he starts walking out of the kind of courtyard bit, waiting to get shouted at. He looks back like that. And the King's just like that. And the Jester's like this. Craig's just kind of like, he's thinking to himself, what a fucking... Trash Grandma says, just want to smooth down that stick out a bit. I'm not drinking it, it's a different cup. These are the ones that I'm drinking out. So Craig's walking away, right? He looks, he's thinking, he's like, see if I get to that fucking drawbridge, man, I'm running like fuck, man. I'm running away from this whole fucking village, man. This whole fucking, this wee town, this wee village, I'm running like fuck, man, because I'm going to get my head chopped off. Because he looks behind, there in the courtyard, there's that big fucking executioner's block. Blood away at it, man. Bits of brain and all that sort of shit. You can smell it, man. It's like butchers. He's like, I'm going to get fucking killed. They're going to kill me anyway, man. I think that's what they're planning. He gets to the front gate. Gets to the drawbridges down, man. There's fucking sharks in it and everything, man. There's not just got crocodiles, got sharks in it. And he's like, I'm just going to keep walking. As he walks out, as he leaves the castle, he's sort of looking behind, looking up at the castle. He's like, somebody might be watching me, man. Somebody might be watching me. He's looking about like that. He's like, just keeps walking back away. Walking backwards, looking back at the castle like that. Thank you. I think I'll... He just starts fucking running for it, man. Starts running for it. Makes a run for it, man. Looks back. Then there at the top of the castle, the King appears with a Jester. King goes like that. Jester gives him a bow. Jester gives him an arrow. And the King's like that. Nowhere near him, man. Nowhere near him. Doesn't go anywhere near him, man. But here's the fucking thing. The arrow hits this bit in the ground, right? The arrow hits this bit in the ground. It bursts the ground. It bursts the ground like a membrane that's been pulled tight. Like, say... I don't know. Like a sack. Bursts open up. There's a fucking hole. Like a sack, a membrane. Out of the hole comes this big fucking slug thing. Big slug thing like that. Big fucking slug thing comes out like a shite. Flops there. Starts crawling towards him, man. Craig's like that. What the fuck is going on here? Craig's like that. Here. Fucking King goes to pull another one. Right? He's like, I'm fucked, man. I'm fucked. I don't know what I've got into here. Craig's like, I think the safest place for me to go is in that fucking hole. He runs to the hole, jumps in it, goes on for ages, comes out the other end, man. He's in the back garden of that fucking house, man. He's in the back garden of that fucking house. In America. The one where the guy's got the wife pretending it's fucking Scotland, man. He's like, Craig's like, fuck off, man. Somehow he knows, man. Somehow he fucking knows that he's in, like, he's like, he knows, Craig knows. Craig knows he's in a story. Shh. Wait a minute. How does he know? How does he know about it? Craig's like that right now. Get to fuck, man. This is for that fucking thing with American, like, it's actually Scotland. How does he know? How does he know? He can't know. Shh. Craig's like this. Craig's like that. Comes out, Craig's walking a bit like that. What was I just thinking there? Craig's like, what was I just thinking there? He's starting to lose it. He's starting to forget. Walks into this house, he's never seen a house like it. He's never seen a house like this fucking thing. This is present day. He comes from medieval fucking days. Walks up to the woman and the guy, he's like, where am I? Where am I? She goes like that. Scotland, he goes like that. The husband's like, America. Both of them say that at the same time. And he's like, what? Craig's like, what's going on here? Scotland or America? Make up your mind. And they go, America, Scotland. They swap back here. And he's like, right, someone here's lying. What's going on here? So Craig goes like that. He looks at the guy. And the guy's like that. And he looks at the woman. And she's like that. But if they're lying, he doesn't know what one's fucking, lying, what one isn't he? He doesn't know what they're lying about. Because one of them said America, one of them said Scotland, then they swapped here. Which one? The first answer, the second answer, he doesn't fucking know. He doesn't know. He goes like that. Right. I'm just going to do a wee quick test, just catch them out with just some simple facts. Goes like that to the guy, right, what's your name? Quick, what's your name? Guy goes like that, Craig. And he's like, Craig's like, get to fuck. Guy's like, how, what is it? I'm Craig. Your name's Craig as well? No, I'm fucking Craig, man. That Craig, the other Craig's house like that. There's more than one Craig, man. We're no the same Craig. Do you think all these Craigs have been the same Craig? We're not the same Craig. How does he fucking know? He knows. The Craig in the fucking house, how does he know about the other Craigs, man? How does he know about the other fucking Craigs? Yeah. No. How does he fucking know, man? Wait a minute. Mary's like that, look. That's the wife. What are you talking about? He's like, what? What are you talking about, Craig? There's more than one Craig, he's like. The fucking just then, Craig, the one in the house, you know, the one for present day. He slips on the fucking stairs, bangs his head, and she's like, I asked you a question. He's like, what? He's like, what are you talking about? Where am I? He's lost, he's back to his American self, he's flipped it. She's like, what's going on here? The Craig for the medieval days, he's starting to forget just by natural causes. Just by travelling through the tunnel, you kind of forget. You forget. He's like, right, here, get to fuck. Before he's like, this is too much for me. This is too much for me. Medieval Craig's thing, he's like, right, here, get this to fuck. But before it, he has a wee look at the house. These are like, you know, town houses, and he looks there and there's like semi-detached, and there's terraced houses, and there's high-rise flats and fucking everything, man. He's like, yo, what's this? Right, see, that's enough, man. I'm getting out of here before I bang my head just like Craig, that other fucking Craig, man. And I forget I need to keep this. Goes back through the fucking tunnel, back to that fucking, you know, medieval days. There's the king back up in that fucking thing, like, comes through, there's a slug coming towards him like that. He goes like to the slug, here you. Punches the slug. The slug's knocked out. And there's the king up there ready to go like that, man. Shoot another fucking arrow. He's like, wait. The arrow freezes in mid-air, like fucking, just like that. He's brought back a kind of power or something. You've got a bit of magic on you. See me come through the tunnel, you've got a bit of magic on you. See, because it doesn't make sense. You've got a bit of nonsense about you. It's the kind of magic. Nonsense. You can make anything happen because then it makes sense. You can just sort of do that. The king's like that.
What? You can't do this.
The Jester's no laughing anymore, man. The Jester's like that. Jester's never seen it like it. Craig goes back to the king and goes like, here, you want a fucking castle? Here, check this out, man. Does it off his head. Architects a fucking castle. You know what the castle looks like, man? Castle looks like fucking Cumbernauld town centre. Because that's where they were, man. You can see Cumbernauld town centre. Architects, some new builds like that. Some new build houses like that. Looks there. High-rise flats. I know there's no high-rise flats there. You know, that bit in Cumbernauld isn't too good. Does it all, man. King was ready to execute him before because he thought he's at it. There's no way he's qualified, man. He's bullshitting. The king was going to execute him before. It was all a big trick because he knew he was bullshitting. But he's like, it's amazing. King thinks this is an amazing castle. Fucking pile of shite. And see Cumbernauld. That was about 400 years ago, right? See Cumbernauld. If you go to Cumbernauld today, if you look at Cumbernauld in Gregory's Girl, that wasn't built in the 70s. That was unearthed. That's the town that Craig built. The town that Craig built, it was unearthed like Pompeii or the pyramids. Cumbernauld, check it out, man. Check it out. It's Old Pompeii. What's it called? Cumbernauld. The end.